How's it going, guys? My name is Stone, and welcome to these reviews. Today, I'm going to be talking about an album that I feel doesn't get a lot of talk online, and I haven't been able to find a video about it on YouTube, whether it be an album review or just any kind of information. So, it might as well be one of the first, right? Today, that album I'm referring to is Psychedelic Moods by The Deep. Now, this album is only really known for being one of the first albums to have the word psychedelic in the title. Others alongside it being Psychedelic Lollipop and the psychedelic sounds of the 13th floor elevators. This record, though it is credited as The Deep, what essentially here is Rusty Evans' project amongst session musicians, which I think he recorded this in one day. And his goal was to create music that was made to be listened to high or under psychedelics, or just to put you under that impression that you were high. And I really find that he accomplishes that goal by providing a great variety of songs that are both psychedelic but also have a nice garage rock sound to them. Some of them some tracks are definitely better than others, and I will admit the production is not that great on here. What else is that? There's something else. Oh yeah, it does sound very dated. Like it does sound like it's from 1966. So I guess you really have, if you're in, you have to be into that kind of thing, or certainly it's not too innovative, I'd say, but like I said, it does provide a psychedelic mood, as the title implies. The opener, which we're listening to right now, "Colored Dreams," is a fantastic start, showing off the great combination between garage rock and psychedelic rock on this album. Uh, fr- I mean, the only real psychedelic quality of it is just the use of like noises, like people laughing and all that. But it just has a great groove as well, and I feel like his rhyming throughout the lyrics adds to the beat, or I don't know, to the swing of the song. This is followed up by Pink Ether, which I feel opens the listener to the eerie side of this record in terms of like adding a spooky mood, you could say. I mean, with the monkey going on in the background as you're hearing right now, to the vocal harmonies between Rusty Evans and the I think a female backing vocalist. Yeah, it just really shows how eerie and dark the sound can get, but I feel like this track still has a little more melody to it, so it continues strongly, or it continues the album in a good direction. Things slowed down for the next track, When Rain is Black, which I find to be a fantastic song. There's a follow up to it that I find better and similar in sound, but we'll get to that one later. But this one is certainly great. I love how the lyrics contrast the peaceful, laid back sound like I don't know, it's just a very minimal song. It sounds very dreamy, like a lullaby almost. But the lyrics, if you pay close attention, are very dark and kind of frightening. But uh, I don't know, they really work well together, and it's another fantastic track so far. It's all a part of me. It's a good song. I really like it, but I really like the music. Like I think it has a strong beat to it. But what I don't like about it is this plucking sound effect they have going on throughout the entire song, and it really takes me out of the mood of it because it's just so repetitive and it just sounds like it's on top of the music. Uh, on stereo, it doesn't sound as bad. Like it does sound like they don't rely on that noise that much, but on the mono version, it's just awful. I can't stand it, so I'm glad this is a stereo copy. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it makes it hard to enjoy the song, though the song is pretty decent if you could get past that. Turned On follows this with even raunchier lyrics and Evan sounding like he's singing, like he's eating the microphone, better yet, not even singing. But I love it. It's so heavy for its time. For 66, that's pretty cool, I'd say. It's not really that psychedelic. I mean, the only psychedelic aspect maybe is like the organ parts between Evans and whoever's playing the organ. But yeah, it's still a great track. Like just because it's not that psychedelic doesn't mean it's bad because it's a favorite. or I guess like it's not like one of the better tracks, but it's a personal favorite of mine. Side one closes with Psychedelic Moon, which is a highlight on this record. One of the strongest psychedelic pieces so far in terms of providing a very easy, unsettling atmosphere. From the droning guitar effects and the weird percussive noises, and to the interesting vocal melody, I feel that Evans creates such a, I don't know, just a great song that really can make your not stomach upset, but it gives you an uneasy feeling, which I like, uh, especially if you are in a psychedelic mood, if you know what I mean. I get that people probably don't like music that's supposed to terrorize them or make them feel overwhelmed, but I feel like it is very unique compared to anything I've heard, especially on this album and in uh, 60s psychedelic rock. So yeah, the great album or great closer for side one. But side two opens with my favorite song on the album, and I recommend checking this song out, if anything, if you had to choose one song from the album, and that is Shadows on the Wall. This, like When Rain is Black, which is currently playing, uh, is like the much better version of When Rain is Black. It's just so peaceful and so serene with how Evan's vocals contrast the female backing vocals. It's just so minimal, and like I said, it's much like a lullaby with how it just sways very slowly. And it's just, the atmosphere is just incredible in my opinion. One of the best moods I felt in a song, in a psychedelic rock song, that out of all my reviews so far. What else? Sorry, I keep looking at this track listing, but it's wrong. Like it's out of order. Crystal Night. I should know since I'm reviewing it, but yeah, Crystal Night is another great track. I love how far in the back the vocals are. I feel like that adds the psychedelic quality to the song, as well as just the, like I said, weird percussive noises. Yet again, sounds like toys or something going off, like where you would turn and then they would run along. It's just, I don't know, nice little song. It doesn't go on for too long, but it's certainly a decent track. Trip 76, though this album is, I wouldn't say it is popular. It's probably the most popular track from the album, only because I've seen it on some Spotify compilation albums. I feel like it doesn't totally represent the music that well in terms of its psychedelics aspect, but it's certainly a great rockin' tune that, out of all the more garage rock pieces on here, is the most, I don't know, structured, or structured in a better way. I mean, it's got some great guitar work on there, so yeah, I give it that. What else? Oh yeah, Wake Up and Find Me. That's the next track. I absolutely love that one. It's just so peaceful. Well, not peace. It's very happy sounding. The use of flute is really sweet sounding. It really makes. It just reminds me of being out in the sun on a nice, beautiful day. It's very childish. I mean, in the lyrics, it's talking about like dreaming and all that. Like, oh, wake up and find me. It's very happy. It's just very. It sounds very innocent. So I really enjoy how they could throw a song in like that, and then I mean like compare to songs like Turned On and Psychedelic Moon. Your Choice to Choose. That song's kind of alright. It doesn't really. I think it's pretty good, and I like the what they were trying to do with the reverse loop tapes, but I don't know. It's just, it's not as good as everything else on here. I do like the energy it does have though. Like it reminds me much of Turned On, though it's just not. It doesn't feel like it does anything more. But yeah, like I said, it's a decent track. And you know what? I'd take it over the closer on this album any day. And the closer on this album, uh, it sucks that I can't get into it that much. Like the verses are all right, but the name of it's Off On Off. I think I want to make sure I got it right. Yeah, On Off On. And this song, it's just so bad. It's so subpar compared to everything else we've heard so far. And it's a shame that they put it on the record because, or that they didn't have anything else. Because if you hear the chorus, it's just so bad. Like, I'm surprised they thought it was gonna be as or it would fit well with everything else on here. I will give the song credit though, for it does end the album on a pretty awesome but kind of cliche note. That being with a giant explosion. It really it's just so like I said, it is cliche, but I think it really portrays the madness of this record and the trip that it takes you out of, or I guess it snaps you out of it there, I suppose. So yeah, this record, it's something else. Would I say it's one of the best psychedelic records of all time? No, far from it. But for my personal taste, I just like how quirky it is, and just what a unique record this is for its time. And man, it would have been crazy to hear them play this stuff live or something. So yeah, if you're watching this and you're familiar with this record, I'd love to hear your favorite songs, or just get some discussion going in the comments, because like I said, there's not a lot of talk about this record, and I'd love to be talking to the very few that know it. If you don't know it, check out this record if you think if you are into 60s psych rock, this may appeal to you. It may sound just like a throwaway album, but to me, I feel like it's got a handful of tracks that are worthwhile. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one soon. I don't know what I'll be reviewing yet, but you know what? That adds to the fun of this channel. So I'll see you then. Bye.